Hi there, this is Sean, the Honest Book Reviewer, with another book review. In this video, we're discussing The Whispering Skull, written by Jonathan Stroud. It's book 2 in the Lockwood Co Series. It's a young adult fantasy series with a strong paranormal bent, and I do enjoy this series very much. This second book is even better than the first book. The action, the adventure, the thrills, the twists, the surprises, all better than book 1. And the characters are being developed much more in book 2 as well. Let's talk about this book in more detail now. We start off with our main 3 characters trying to find a source of a haunting. Now, in this series, there are ghosts and other spirits everywhere. About 50 or so years ago, there was some great event that happened, and ghosts just started appearing and spirits started appearing all over the UK, all over London as well. And they've been trying to track down what caused it. Nobody knows in this world. And so what we have businesses, big firms, that their job, their sole purpose is to rid these spirits. So how they do that is they find the sources and then they neutralize the source. And that neutralizes the spirits. Then they can destroy that source or they can keep it for study. Our 3 main characters who are from Lockwood Co, they're digging, trying to find the source for this ghost. They don't realise they're digging in the wrong spot. It's only until another group of people turn up from Fitz, and they're aware of what this spirit is. It's an open ticket, so anybody can hunt down this spirit and get the money for it, the reward. The group from Fitz, they seem to be more resourced. Well, they are. They're quite a big company. But they're also a bit more well-researched on this case anyway, and they know what they're looking for. And our guys from Lockwood & Company have overlooked it. So they miss out on the reward, on the money, and the glory for this case. There's a bit of to-do and words going on between the 2 groups, and they decide to agree on a competition. The next case that comes up, if they work on the same case, whoever solves the case first gets all the glory, and the other group has to put an ad in a newspaper saying that they're the losers and the other group are the winners. So it's quite a juvenile contest they've decided on, and I don't think they realise that it will happen. I think they just think they'll agree on this and it will never come to pass. But what we have soon is somebody turning up to Lockwood & Co asking for help. There are groups in the area that survey cemeteries, and what they do, they look for graves where they think they'll have troublesome spirits, type 2 and type 3 spirits, and they dig them up and eradicate the remains or any relics that are linked to those bones as well. What they have found is a strange grave, a grave that shouldn't be there, and the grave marker is very crude. It's just got someone scratched in someone's name, and it's the name of a doctor who used to work in an asylum over a century ago, and this doctor was linked to possible occult activity. So Lockwood & Co, they go and investigate. They do their thing at this gravesite, neutralise the source with some silver, and they think it's all done and dusted, and they go home. Unfortunately, there was a relic there as well with that body, and it's a mirror, and somebody steals that relic overnight. And that's going to cause a lot of problems, because we do find out there's something dangerous, very dangerous about this mirror. But not only Lockwood & Co are called in to retrieve this mirror, to find it. The group from Fitz, the same group that they're having all this trouble with, they've been asked on the case as well, and they've been told they have to work together. This is going to cause a lot of tension in the book, and it does. But it's interesting to see all the interactions between our group, our main group from Lockwood & Co, and this group from Fitz. I found that quite fascinating because I got to see different sides of all different characters in this book. In this case, we also come across an expansion in the world. So we learn about relic hunters. And what relic hunters are people who either find relics that wash up on shores, or they go and search for them, dig them out themselves, or they rob graves for them. And then they sell them on the black market. And the relics could be bones, or they could be things attached to bodies, things washed on shore that are linked to hauntings or spirits. But they're sold on the black market. And not everything that's sold on the black market is a real relic that's linked to spirits. Some are and some aren't. So the black market is quite vast, it's quite deep, very organised, and we find out it's quite dangerous as well, especially for our main three characters. If that's not enough, we have the skull that our three are keeping secret. It's in a secure canister, and they think it's a Type 3 entity, and Type 3 entities are very powerful. And this skull, this entity, is talking to Lucy more, because Lucy is psychic. And it's helping them in some ways, but also trying to divide them, trying to separate them. And so we don't know through this book what the motive of this spirit is, but we do know it can be quite dangerous, it's quite knowledgeable, and we get the sense that it could cause harm to our main three, but it also could help them. So this spirit, this skull, is very much a central part of this book. In the first video for this series, I spoke about our three main characters in Lockwood Co. So I won't talk about them in this video. Instead, I'll concentrate on three of the members from the team from Fitz, who seem to go against our main characters all the time. The first is Quill Kipps. Now he's the team leader of this group. He's quite selfish, quite arrogant. He's angry all the time, very quick to anger, and he's not very cooperative with anybody, it seems, except for the members in his own team. But he often leads his own team into terrible situations. He's not a nice person altogether, and our main three in Lockwood Co are forced to work with him in this book. We see a different side to him in this book though, maybe a more helpful side, a more gentler side, but is that going to be always the case? What will happen in the future with Quill Kipps? Ned Shaw is another person on this Fitz team. Now, he's very much a bully, uses his strength, his brawn a lot, and he's very quick to anger, and we see in this book different times when that happens. So he's not a very nice person to anybody, it seems, and he holds grudges a lot as well, it seems, in this book. So he's not somebody you'd like to know, I don't think, in real life. And you may know people like this, I don't know, but he's just very quick to anger, very aggressive, very much a bully, and you just wonder how this is going to carry on with him through the book. Kat Godwin is another person on this Fitz team, and she's a bit of a mixture, I think. In some ways she's good, some ways she's bad. Doesn't seem to be as bad as other people on the Fitz team, but she's got her own arrogance, her own bad attitude as well going on there in different scenes, and she likes to, I guess, tease Lucy a lot by calling her different names, never calling her by her real name. But in this book, she does change as well a little bit, and she does cooperate with our people from Lockwood Co a little bit in this book. So we see a different side to this character, but you don't know in future books what it's going to be like. I thought this book was very gripping, thrilling. There's a lot of action, a lot of adventure. The paranormal scenes were really spot on as well, really strong, very vivid. I love the world this author's created in this series, and it's expanded in this book as well. And we get a bit more about the main three characters as well. We learn a bit more about them, and I'm getting to like all the characters more and more as the series goes on. Even George, who I didn't really like in book one, but in this book, I thought he was really good, really great character. I rate this a 4 out of 5. It's not a perfect book, but it's such an exciting book, and I do recommend this to any reader. You don't have to be a young adult to enjoy this series. I think this series is for all ages. As I go through this series, I will put a video up for each book on my channel. If you don't want to miss out on those videos, check out my channel and subscribe. There's also a fantasy playlist on my channel. It should be on your screen now.